Good evening. Welcome to the very first WABA IG live conversation of 2021. I am your host, Helen Bohanna, with She Knows Her Sports. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you again for tuning in. To our regular viewers, to our new viewers, welcome and thank you again. Your support is very greatly appreciated. I know it's been a little minute since we had our last WABA IG Live segment back in December, but out of respect for the teams, the whole league, myself, and our supporters, we just wanted to take the holiday season off and let everyone enjoy it with their families. We know this year was different, so everybody did the best that they could, but we are in a new year. We are back. It feels so good to be back because I get back to introducing to you the WABA coaches, the team owners, and the players. And again, I know it's been a little minute. So for those of you who are familiar, those of you who are new, I would like to refresh and introduce to you the WABA. They are a professional women's basketball league who extends their platform for female basketball players worldwide, to give them the opportunity to live out their dreams and become a professional, either playing with the WNBA or landing a contract to play overseas. They are made up of 29 teams, including Tijuana, Mexico. They are better known as the League of Opportunity, but not only for female basketball players, also for head coaches, assistant coaches, team owners. And if you own a small business, if you have a sports brand, you're connected to a corporation and you're looking for partnerships, hey, the league is available. So for more information, please log on to www.womensaba.com. Follow them here on Instagram and on Twitter at Women's ABA, and like their page on Facebook at Women's American Basketball Association. So now let's get to it. Tonight's guest is Miss Kymberlee King. She is one of the newest owners in the league. She is now, again, one of the 29 teams. She owns the Atlanta Phoenix. And hopefully, let's see if she's on so we can get to know her and her goals leading on up to the season again, which begins in August. So I think I see her. Here she go. Hi.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Oh my
I'm
God.
good. Thank you so much for, the opportunity for us to get to know you, to our new viewers, to our regular viewers. So
Thank you.
how
You're
are
welcome.
you?
I am well. I'm well. I'm sorry rushing to get here. So
Hey, you know what? I understand. I understand. So,
thank you. Thank you.
let's go ahead and get to it. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Kymberlee, the new owner coach of the Atlanta Phoenix.
Okay. And welcome to the
Thank you.
league.
Thank you.
So do you have an athletic background yourself? If so, can you tell us a little bit about it?
I actually grew up playing basketball and running track. I went to UJ for a little bit, got grown, got pregnant. So I put basketball to the side, decided to be mommy. Um, Went back into coaching since I couldn't play. And then I decided I wanted to come back home to Atlanta. So I put coaching to the side again, so I can come home. And now I'm back, kind of full
Oh,
circle.
okay. Speaking of coaching, what was you coaching?
Basketball.
Oh, basketball. Okay.
Yeah,
High
basketball. Yeah,
school.
if you can't play, coach. So
Right. So was you coaching high school? Was you coaching college, AAU?
no, I coached AAU in high school. So
Okay. And where? Before you
in a small town in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So what made you want to own a team? What transitioned?
um, Honestly, it was a light bulb. I actually wanted to actually get back into playing. That's
Mm,
what I really wanted to do. So I was actually researching to see if anybody actually, in my 25 plus years, is still actually playing. And in the process, I came across actually owning it. And I was just like, you know what? Why not do that? So that's how it happened.
And how did the opportunity come about to join the women's ABA?
In my research, I came across the WABA. So I reached out to a few people, and then Marsha reached out to me. And then
Shout out
after,
to Marsha.
yeah, she be on it. She definitely be on it. But so after she reached out to me, I did my research and I felt like this would be a good fit. So I decided to join on.
Okay. Um, so tell us about the Atlanta Phoenix. So, this is your baby. This
It
is the
is my baby.
beginning. And why the name Phoenix?
um, the the name Phoenix has a lot to do with rising up from the ashes.
Mm.
Um, at a later date, people will find out a lot more, but I'm used to being the underdog. I'm used to coming from the bottom and rising to the top. So
Mm.
the name Phoenix actually fit. And then it also fits with my G baby. Her initials are Ash, and a lady. I'm a very spiritual person. So a lady was telling me about her name, and when she told me about her name, she told me about the story about the Phoenix, and everything kind
Wow.
of connected. And so Phoenix is actually for my G baby, and as well as just for a lot of us that are just coming from whatever and making this our time to shine. So,
Wow. Very creative. I love to hear
thank
that.
you.
I love to hear it. Do you
Thank
have
you.
at this point, do you have your full roster?
I do not have my full roster. I do have a couple people. However, we're holding tryouts next month. We have two tryouts next month. Hopefully, that will complete the team. If not, we'll hold a couple more tryouts.
Hmm.
But yeah, we're still looking for players. I'm still looking for some assistant coaches and a couple more people to join my team.
Okay, okay, great. So, speaking of coaches, you saying you're looking for a couple more assistant coaches. So you already have your head coach.
Right now, I think I want to be the head coach.
Okay.
Like I said, I actually do miss coaching. And so this is kind of what brought me back into, I did wrestle with the thought of, do I want to be an owner and just be the owner, or do I want to own and coach? And honestly, I miss coaching.
Okay.
So I think
Well,
right
you
now
are the owner. You call the shots, so you have
that
every right to both
yeah,
be the
as of
owner
right
and the
now, yeah,
coach.
I'm gonna do the coaching. So,
Okay. Okay. So, we're going to. So here we go. We're gonna continue to market on this platform. Right now, for potential players, how can
mhm.
someone get in touch with you?
I'm on IG and I'm on Facebook at ATL Phoenix Ball. And then of course my cell is, well, texting is the best for me. But the best way to get in touch with me is IG or Facebook. And then of course Gmail is ATL Phoenix Ball at gmail.com. So.
Okay, all right. So coming in at this point of time, aren't you? Isn't it kind of like a sigh of relief to know that this season has been canceled? Because you're a new team, you're not
Mhm.
quite established yet. So
Yeah.
you kind of got some leeway with that, huh?
A little bit. I think as a new team, regardless if the season was already going on or whether it was on pause, I think it's a little intimidating because honestly, when you're establishing a team, you're establishing your girls or your families, what I like to call them. They honestly want to play for somebody that's already been doing this.
Yes.
So it's a little intimidating regardless of what stage I come in at. It's because I'm just new, period. So.
Yeah, you are the rookie team here.
Exactly, exactly.
Ooh,
So
and I'm gonna tell you now, you are in a great region in the
yes,
league. And
yes.
if you don't know, I don't know what it is about these Georgia teams, but I'm gonna tell you
Mhm.
now, they have a target on them. Okay, so
Well, I've heard, and I mean, I graduated from Cedar Grove, so I already know what the talent is like.
mhm.
I'm part of the Georgia talent, so and I know it's only gotten a lot better since I've graduated. So
Yep. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna let you know coming into this league, honey. Whew,
I'm ready
you
for it.
better be prepared, okay?
I'm ready for it, and I'm ready to uphold the whole stigmatism on Georgia. So we gonna stay true to it. The talent is here.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So,
So what necessary steps are you taking to basically get out here and market yourself? Because again, you're working on establishing a team, but at the same time, you do need to get out here and get the word out about your team so you can get your supporters,
yeah.
and bring more visibility to the league. So do you have a campaign in mind that you're working on right now?
Well, definitely a lot of social media marketing, a lot of word of mouth. Um, I'm fortunate to have two recent high school grads, so of course I have, so I have that connection to those that have already graduated, or either they aren't doing anything or they're on pause, so they just need something in between. So I'm lucky to have that platform, and then of course I'm utilizing them to reach out to everybody else as just a word of mouth as well. So, and definitely being creative in other areas and reaching out to non-conventional ways.
Yeah.
So, so.
Okay, okay. It sounds like you're on point. It sounds like you.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
No, I mean you're doing, so
Yes,
just
thank
just stay
you. Yeah.
consistent and you will get out there and hey, this league is growing tremendously. I mean, even though
Yeah.
it's 3 years old, they're up to 29 teams. So
Yeah.
that tells you a lot. That's big.
Yeah. I think like three people signed up after me, and I signed up in December. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's definitely growing quickly.
Oh
So
yeah.
I like that. I like that. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because women now that we're making our mark in the sports industry, like through leagues, through coaching, through
yes.
team ownership, playing, etc., media.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
yeah, again, this is the league of opportunity. So
and I love it. I love to be a part of it.
oh yeah, so I highly recommend everybody to get connected somehow,
yeah.
some way. There's plenty of ways for it. Are you connecting with your surrounding community in any way? Because, at this point in time, that'll be a great way to, get your face out there, get your brand out there and your team because, we're in a trying time. So,
Yeah.
people are still needing food.
I,
They need resources. They need financial
yeah.
assistance, etc. So, have you
Yeah.
connected with your community some a little bit?
I actually do a lot with the community as it is. As far as the team doing anything, I haven't as of yet, but that's definitely on the platform because that's just who I am, anyways.
Okay.
I'm always doing something into the community, so of course the team is going to be implemented in that as well. So,
Okay, if you don't mind, tell us a little about what you do in the community.
so I have I'm part of different organizations. I do a lot of mentoring. I have my own thing where I mentor women as well.
Hmm.
Again, that's for another day. But my own thing is mentoring women. And then I also mentor teenage women as well, or teenage girls. I'm sorry.
Okay,
So
great.
those different programs. And then, of course, I'm a hairstylist, so I'm always out and about. Yes, of course, I look rough. We're always the ones that look rough.
Hey, you know
Um,
what? Hey, this is the point of this IG live conversation because we're getting to know our team, the players and the coaches and the owners. And it's amazing how you all wear multiple hats.
yeah,
So and you're mentioning that you are a hairstylist. That is definitely needed, especially for
yeah.
us women and those with children. So right now, here the floor is open again. Are you taking any clients? Hold on, let's give her a second. Let's give her a moment.
But I'm definitely always taking clients as well.
Okay,
So
and what area are you in? You in Atlanta? Or you on the outer skirt?
I'm on the outskirts. I'm in Lithonia. So
Okay,
maybe like 10, 15 minutes from Atlanta. So
East
yes.
Side. You ain't gotta
Yes,
tell
the
me,
east
girl. East
side.
Side.
Yes, and oh, and I did also forget to mention, I also have D's Drive, which is an organization where we actually put kids into driving classes. in driving school because that's no longer implemented in high schools. Um,
What?
yeah, they stopped that years ago. So there's no more driver's ed. There's no more requirement to actually take the driver's test. And then so I'm actually working with other people to pass the law to where they no longer have to take this. It's a test that Joshua's law. So basically, it's a test that you take online for teenagers in order to get their driver's license.
Mm.
So we're working on getting that law demolished or whatever because anybody could take the test for them, and they're not really learning anything. So that's my baby more so mentoring. I love mentoring, but that right there is more close to me. So I've been working on that a lot too.
Okay, so like, are you accepting teenagers to get the assistance, or are you working on this law first?
No, actually, there are teenagers that have been able to take it. What we do is we raise money and we pay for these classes that aren't mandatory for them, but
Mm.
we push parents to put their kids through these classes. So, and so we actually provide the scholarships for them.
Oh wow! So again, can you give us the information and go ahead and market that and promote it? So for
Yes.
those who are watching and those who will watch, because people catch the
Mhm.
recap. So
Yeah.
again,
And
can you?
yeah, that's it's called D's Drive. Again, that's on Facebook as well. DEE partially S Drive. And then of course you just reach out through the same IG and the same Facebook
Okay.
if you have a hard time getting to me. So
And the so it's for teenagers. So basically, what age 16 or is it 18?
no, we start at 14 to 18.
Oh, okay.
18 because 15 you can actually get your permit.
Mm-hmm.
But 14 is when a lot of parents start letting their kids learn how to drive and so forth. So that's why we went ahead of that because I was one of those parents as well. Was like, hey, get behind the wheel. So
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, see, that's what's up. Oh my God. Salute to you.
Thank you. I
And the
appreciate it.
many hats that you're wearing, that really can take, a chip off a lot of parents' shoulders because,
Yeah.
personally, having friends who has teenage children, you
Hmm.
know, that helps out a lot, especially
Yeah.
once they are old enough to know how to drive. So,
Exactly.
that takes a lot off the parents to have to take them somewhere,
Exactly.
let them drive to a couple places, like to the
Yeah.
store and etc. Not too far,
Safely.
but yeah, that's definitely needed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So definitely want them to be safe while they're out there.
Oh yeah, of course.
So
Safety first.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So.
Okay, and speaking of connecting with the community and especially the worldwide pandemic that's going on, how have you been during this pandemic? You are now a new team owner. You have your driver's course for teenagers. You're a mentor. You're a mother. You're a grandmother. So how have you been?
Obviously busy. So I've obviously been
Good.
busy. Thankfully, I've been blessed that business wise, I haven't been affected by the pandemic.
Mm,
So I'm one of the one that's still been able to stay pretty steady.
yeah.
And of course, I've just been utilizing any slow time as I can to find other ways to be creative and be more helpful.
Yeah.
So
Wow. So how have you, like, I know you've been busy, but what are ways that you've been able to maintain your mental? Because I know even if you're not fully paying attention to it, but I know you've been seeing and hearing about the recent unjust and the unrest, what's going
mhm.
on in this world, and especially towards us,
Yeah.
people of color.
Mhm.
So how is it that you're able to wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm going to still have me a good day?
Meditations and affirmations. That's the biggest key, and definitely spending time in nature. So
So do you hike or you go take walks or?
I take walks. I love to go anywhere by water to lakes. or anything that just has a lot of flowers and a lot of trees. So
You know what? Just what you saying that you can just imagine the peace and the
yeah, I
the
mean it's important.
it
So
really is. It really is.
my new motto is I don't let anybody disturb my peace.
Mm,
And if it's disturbing my peace, I cut it off. So, and I have to, and in order to keep my peace, I also have to put myself in a peaceful state.
yeah.
So, and that's where the meditation, the affirmations, and that's where nature comes in at. So,
Wow. I
yeah.
love that affirmation meditation
Thank
because you
you.
know what it does it starts up here. Like if that
Mhm.
mental ain't right, then
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you because that
Yeah.
definitely has to be on point.
Yep.
Um, Speaking of the unrest, the chaos that's going on, as you see, black people, we really stepped up
Hmm.
this past year. We stepped up in the voting, both in the presidential election and in the Senate. We
Yeah.
just made history.
Yeah.
Even through all the chaos, we
Mhm.
showed how brave we are. We showcased unity. Do you see any type of change coming? I know
Um,
it's gonna take a while, but
I do think it's gonna take. It's gonna definitely gonna take a while. As far as seeing change, I honestly, I don't see us changing where we need to be changing because a lot of us don't know that we need to change within ourselves first.
mm,
Um, I'm not a super political person.
yeah,
However, I do know that some of the things we didn't make a whole lot of sense, and some of it did make sense, and
mm,
some of it was enough to raise enough noise to get everybody out there to do what they were supposed to do. But at the same time, we still have things that are going on behind the scenes that's kind of creating why we having to fight like this. Like we if we present ourselves a certain way, they're going to treat us a certain way. And unfortunately, some of us act accordingly like we're supposed to, and some of us don't. And unfortunately, with society, and it's just society, we tend to look at the negative before we look at the positive. So they're always going to look at all the negative stuff that people are doing instead of the positive stuff, and that's always going to be at the forefront until we start dealing with all the negative things that we are doing ourselves that we have to
wow.
stop doing. So
Yes, sis, preach. So so how do you see your grandbaby's future? How do you?
um I pray for a more peaceful future for her, a more united one. I honestly can't say how I see it right now. This was the biggest step in, a lot of people stepping up, turning Georgia blue,
Yes, in 30
making
years.
exactly making history. That's a huge step, and I'm hoping that's enough for people to start embarking on that and start working on changing little things. And if we can start doing that, then I see a peaceful future for her.
Wow.
So, so
All right. All right. So what does she call you? What's your?
she's my G baby because she's my adopted daughter's baby.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's more like a god baby grandbaby, but because I'm still not used to being called a grandma, I am a G ma. So and
Gma.
she's and
Okay.
yes, I'm a G ma and she's a G baby. So we're still trying to accept the grandma phase.
Okay. Okay. G and G.
Yeah, G and G.
So, speaking being on this subject of change, women are really breaking barriers in the sports industry. Um, how does it feel being a team owner, aka game changer? Because this is big. Like women, this is the most you have seen women team owners. So, how does it feel? What is the feeling?
That is an actual amazing feeling. Because when I was in high school, at the time I was playing basketball, and in high school, there wasn't a WNBA. And basically, after ladies stopped playing in college, that was the end of our career. And I
Mhm.
remember saying, by the time I get out of college, they're going to have a WNBA, and I'm going to be playing in it. And like I said, unfortunately, I had my oldest daughter, and that ended my basketball career, by choice.
Yeah.
Um, so to have it come full circle and to actually be an owner and to be able to help other girls get to that top position, it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling. So
Wow. So, did you ever imagining yourself being an owner, or was it always a coach?
um well, I don't know, because it started as always being a player.
Hmm.
And then of course I ended up coaching, and that was by accident, but then I realized I loved it.
Yeah.
And so so like I said, when this opportunity came, I'm not really sure if I ever saw owning a team as
Hmm.
one of the things. I just know I always wanted to coach. I wanted to go back to coaching. So
Wow. And again, congratulations being a woman
thank you.
in
Thank you.
sports myself, from the media aspect. And I'm looking to enhance my knowledge and career myself,
Yeah.
congratulations, because
Thank you.
as a woman and owning a team, nobody can take that from you. Like, it's yours. Like, you own it.
No, it is. It is. It's
Oh
my
yeah.
baby.
As it should be.
So,
You
yeah.
you nurture it as you would, your physical baby, as a person. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Um, Tell us why you think it's important to respect a woman in the sports industry.
I think we're just as strong. We're just as strong as men, however, we're more calculated. And we're more articulated. So I think we can go a little bit further with our creativity and with our mind than a man can, because men are obviously simple minded sometimes. No, not down in men, but they can be simple minded where we kind of see a broader picture.
Hmm.
So I think we definitely hold our own in our own way. So
Oh yeah. So, with that being said, for the future team owners or
mhm,
future basketball coaches, well,
mhm.
female basketball coaches at that, what advice would you give those who watching or who will be watching?
Use that intimidation to build you.
Mm,
Use that intimidation. So, and that's the only thing that I can say. I mean, I come from being the only female coach in the AAU,
hmm.
um, only female coach coaching teenage girls, and surrounded by guys, um, and being used to being an underdog. But I surprised everybody. So that intimidation works. So,
Oh
and it
wow.
helped.
Oh yeah. Oh, it'll stimulate that mind.
Yeah,
It'll make you stronger.
it
It,
will. It definitely
it,
will.
it definitely will. Speaking of, being strong and being a respected woman in the industry,
Mhm.
I don't know if you're familiar with it yet, but the WABA have a slogan that the league goes by. It represents them well.
Mhm.
It's our time.
And
When
can you
you
start
hear
wearing the
those,
shirt?
when you hear those three words,
Mhm.
what comes to your mind?
Um, just that. It's our time. It's our time to be bold. It's our time to be strong. It's our time to be faithful. It's our time to have faith. It's our time to love. So it's our time to shine. And I'm actually wearing one of our sweaters.
Uh oh.
Did you?
Uh oh.
You couldn't see it.
Stand up. There it is. It's our
Thank you.
time.
It's our
See, there
time.
you
So,
go. How did you
so.
see? You didn't even know it was gonna be one of the questions. You represented well.
Yes, yes. So
It's our time. So, how are you looking to prepare for season 5? You have, what is this, January, about 7 or 8 months to prepare.
yeah.
So, again, you are basically one of the rookie teams.
Hmm.
Um, you know, you're gonna have to come with it. I mean, I'm just speaking from experience, from what I see, what I've learned,
Mm-hmm.
and what I heard. You know, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to help you out a little bit because
Yes.
you are in a good region.
Yes.
Like
Mm-hmm.
the South region represents the WABA well. So how are you preparing? Like you have a long stretch, but it'll be here before you know it.
Well, first and foremost, I have to build a family. Um, and that's the most immediate thing to do is to build my family, and to get us known. And then from that, as far as getting them ready to play, is a lot of conditioning, a lot of training, um, on many different levels, and then just coming for everybody that thinks we're not ready.
All
So
right. Have you found your venue yet?
I finally did. Yes.
Okay. All right.
In this
All right,
pandemic,
y'all.
that was
Uh-oh, here
one of
she
the hardest
comes.
things to do. My God, it was so hard to find a location.
But look
Everybody
at
is
you, your
shut down.
persistence. It
Yes,
helped you. Your persistence did it.
yes, yes.
You know.
So I
So
wasn't gonna let anybody turn me down. So I finally found one.
all right. Shout out to you for
Thank
Atlanta
you,
Phoenix, honey.
and
Shout
thank
out
you.
to you. Um, of course, coming into this league, you got to have the mindset to you know be in it.
Hmm.
So I don't know if you did this yet, but if you have to study your opponents, who are
Hmm.
you looking forward to playing?
Well, obviously, everybody keeps calling out the Angels. So as much as I already love MJ, I mean, I
MJ,
gotta, saying that's where all
Coach
the hype is
Knox,
at. I
face.
love
Do
her to
y'all
death
know?
already. We
Here
just
you
spoke
go.
yesterday, but I mean, when
You
it
know,
when it comes
y'all
to the
y'all
court,
cross y'all crosstown rivalries.
exactly, exactly. So of course, that's the number one team that that's the expecting game.
Woo!
So.
I love it. I love when y'all call each other out on here because
you
it
know,
is what it is.
yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily calling out. I'm just don't expect me to lie down, gracefully, so and
Hey,
quietly.
you didn't
We
hear it from
coming to
me. You
play.
heard it from look. You heard it from Coach. Okay, she ain't gonna lie. Look. They
Yes,
said let's go. You see him?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. With love, with love.
Yeah, I know. It's with
So,
love, but
yeah,
hey, it's what they call it is great competition. It's
it
good
is.
competition.
It
So
makes the game better. It really
it
does. It
does.
makes it
It
so
makes
much
it
better.
better. It
So,
makes it interesting. So you get no better than that. So now that you're building your team, you're building your brand, your platform. Are there any opportunities for sponsorships of your players, or any partnership opportunities for small businesses or sports brands?
oh yeah, there's definitely opportunities for all of the above. I am also, again, while I'm building a team, that's one of the main things that I'm working on for my girls as well too. So,
Okay, okay, great. And again, how can somebody follow your journey?
IG and Facebook, ATL Phoenix Ball,
Okay.
is the best place to find everything. So,
Okay. Okay, good. And one more time, can you state again when you're looking to host your team tryouts?
tryouts are going to be February 13th and the 27th, 10 to 12, and
Okay.
they're actually going to be at I forget Eddie Long's church, but his health
New
center.
birth.
New Birth, that's it. But it's actually going to be at his health center.
Oh
So,
yeah.
so I partnered with them.
Okay,
So,
congratulations. That's
yes,
big. That's big.
thank
So
you.
now it's under Jamal Bryant.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Awesome guy, too. Awesome.
Oh
So,
yeah. Oh, yeah. So congratulations on that. That's definitely big. That's a great way to market and get your team out there. So
thank you.
make sure that in your during this journey and leading on up to it, just make sure you get all your digital content. And
Yes.
once I see you post it, of course, I'm pretty sure the league will share, we will share to
Okay.
help you get it out there
Thank
for your
you.
tryouts and build your team.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank
You
you.
are so welcome. And again, thank you for, taking the time out, allowing us to get to know you and and listening to your goals for your team lead on up to season 5. I just want to let you know this is not your first. I mean, this is your first, but not your last interview.
Thank
So you
you.
will be on the platform again, or better yet, behind the camera or in.
Yes.
Uh, but before we go, I always love to ask my guests to close us out with a positive word. So, going into the remainder of our evening, can you please close us out with a positive word?
Love conquers all.
There it is. There you go. Love conquers all. Well, Miss Kymberlee Kang, thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so much for
you.
the time. Congratulations. I
Thank
wish
you.
you more success. I wish you the best team the best family, excuse me, that you could possibly build.
Thank
And
you.
I'm looking forward to following your journey and seeing you touch that floor
I
in August.
appreciate it. I appreciate it. I definitely will. Definitely will.
In August. Well, thank you so much, sweetheart, and
Yeah.
we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Talk to you soon. Have a good one.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye. All right, you guys. There we go. That concludes our interview for this evening. Thank you again for tuning in. Those of you who are regular viewers, those of you who are new viewers, Happy New Year again to everyone. 2021. This is a new, fresh year, fresh start, new mindset. And guess what? Again, it is the year of the WABA. They're resuming season 5 in August, so stay tuned. Be sure to follow the WABA here on Instagram and on Twitter at Women's ABA. Be sure to like their page on Facebook at Women's American Basketball Association. Be sure to follow me here on Instagram at She Knows Her Sports. Be sure to like my page on Facebook at She Knows Her Sports with Helen Bohanna. In the meantime, stay blessed. Enjoy your evening. Um, Feel free to be on the lookout in my stories, the WABA stories, and their page for our next guest for next week. See you soon.